Hello, hello. Alright, everything's looking and sounding good. Nice. Let's try and get a group. See if anybody needs a healer for Ragefire Chasm. So let's head on over to Orgrimmar. Probably easier to find a group there than in the Barrens. Just hobble on over there.
What's up?
Orgrimmar, Durotar, 2 silver, 20 copper.
Keep it real.
Should probably organize my heals, my healing abilities better. They're kind of all just scattered all over the place on my bars. I don't need to figure out what keybinds I want for these. Why don't we just put them on like these first ones for now while we're healing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to stock up on melon juice. I think I've had that happen before, or I'd forget to get a mana beverage as the healer. That's not a good thing. People are waiting for you to just kind of regenerate your mana on its own. Luckily, as a priest, you got Spirit Tap, so... Oh yeah, I gotta remember I can use my wand as well, help DPS when I don't need to be healing, rather than having to waste mana with these other abilities. I need to like figure out what spells I should be downranking. I don't think that's too much of a concern at the lower levels, but because I mean with heal I only have rank 1, so it's not like I can go any lower than that. Lesser heal I can. 75 mana, 65 mana, 155 mana. $143, 165, 302, 349. It's almost all of my health. Tanks probably have more though. 100. It's easy to remember. 100. So how are we gonna remember this? Renew is about 100. Lesser heal is about 150. And heal is over 300. 100, 150, 300, and up. $75 mana, 155 mana, so just a little more than double. 65 mana. So the mana is also corresponds with how much healing, at least for the time being, in terms of lesser heals requiring lesser mana. I suppose that makes sense. Can also cure disease and magic effects. Gotta remember that. And we can buff. Gotta remember that as well. Let's see, how do I phrase this? It's been a while since I've looked for a dungeon group. Do I just say what class I am? Do I need to put what level? Suppose I can just look at me. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, let's go get some mana beverages while we wait. That gives everybody. Mars deserted today. Barkeep Morag.
Zug zug.
Zug zug. Alright, what do we want? We want melon juice. When do we get sweet nectar? 25. Alright, so we got a little ways to go before we get that. Let's get another full stack of this. We want to have plenty. I think I have enough, yeah. Melon juice restores 835 mana. That should be enough, I think. 41.
Farewell.
Somebody in the chat's probably like, 41, that's not nearly enough. This guy needs like 100 melon juice. Let's just head on over to the entrance to Ragefire Chasm. We're good to go. We do get into a group. What else actually, what's the bag situation looking like? I didn't even look while we're there. Actually not too bad. That's a quest item. Can sell that. And that. I need to put the linen in the bank. Actually, I have so much linen in the bank. Let's just sell that linen. Vendor over here.
Blood and thunder.
Linen cloth, 2 silver, 47 copper. Linen cloth, 2 silver, 60 copper. Recipe, savory, deviant delight. Don't want to sell that. Make that once we actually start leveling cooking. Engineer's hammer. Can use it, but stick with the staff for now.
For the horde.
See if we can even find a group. Doesn't look like there's as many people on today for some reason. What is today? Today is Thursday. Yeah. I think Thursday is typically kind of a day where you see less people. See if there's anybody near the entrance. No one here. This town's a ghost town. Where the heck is everybody? Anybody in chat want to do RFC? Want a first time hardcore dungeon healer? Alright, let's get the little cockroach companion out. The next horde character will probably be getting a prairie dog. I was just told, I think it was last stream yesterday, that you actually can get a prairie dog as a companion, so that's pretty awesome. I think you have to be horde though. The vendor's in Thunderbluff, so even if you can get to the vendor as an alliance, I don't know if they'll actually sell it to you. It's kind of similar to like the cockroaches in Undercity. It's an undead guy that sells them. Assuming it's the same with the prairie dogs. Oh, yeah, I suppose I could do that as well. Maybe I'll just have to solo RFC. I think there's a weapons vendor up here. I need to see if just repair everything before we get in there. Oh, there we go. Easy as that. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. So we need, yeah, I said a tank and then one more DPS. We got hunter and a mage. 17, 17. And I am 19. Let's kind of reorganize some stuff here. Let's put this there. I can go there. Put this there. This can go over here, and this can go here. Those are the heals. Shadow Word Pain. I don't know how often I should be using Shadow Word Pain as a healer at this low of a level. So I don't know how my mana is going to hold up. Guess we'll find out soon enough. It's been a while since I healed as a priest, and I've never done a hardcore dungeon at all as a healer for any class. Honestly, I don't even know if I ran a hardcore dungeon at all in any role. DPS, tank, or healer. If I have, it was over in like Bloodsail Buccaneers, so quite some time ago. On a mage, which would have been a DPS. So this ought to be interesting. I have healed as a priest before, though. Quite some time ago as well, though. That was back in regular classic. Up through 60 and then eventually 70 in Burning Crusade. I'm a troll priest. So I have a bit of experience, but it's been a bit since then. I need to kind of remember how I should be like downranking my heals again. I don't think that's too necessary at these low levels, but I thought I was doing that at the higher levels. You've got this? Oh, thank you. I appreciate your confidence in me. Zen again, how's it going? You know, we're just looking for a tank and one more DPS, and we should be good to go. That's the nice thing about being a tank or a healer is you get into groups fairly quickly. At least that's what I remember. I don't know nowadays with hardcore being so popular, everybody's playing pretty much every role. Maybe it's not too bad wait times on any role, but I would think still tanks and healers have it a bit easier. Alright, I got the melon juice. Let's see, what else can we take care of here while we wait? Got the melon juice, got 41 of those. I think that should be sufficient. We got the cockroach. What is this? Slumber sand. Still carrying that around. Bubbles. Got to remember not to bubble if they are a warrior. Or a druid bear. I don't downrank until I have some plus healing. Oh, okay. Good to know. Yeah, it's been so long since I played my troll priest. I can't remember when I started doing that. Or which spells it was. I'm assuming it was just kind of the regular heals. I don't know if I don't think I even used lesser heal later on. I don't remember doing so. Not that I can even downrank my regular heal at the moment. It's only rank 1. Currently I'm level 19. Can't really see that at the moment since I'm in the city, but that's what level this priest is. 4 bars into level 19. So we'll see. Should probably get to 20 after this dungeon, especially with all the quests being done, if we complete them all. Let's go take a look at what snakes are available. The snake vendor. I don't think I ever looked. At the cockroach vendor, you could only get 1 cockroach. The next horde character I make, probably after, if this guy dies, hopefully that doesn't end up happening anytime soon, but if he does, probably get a prairie dog with that guy, or girl, depending on if we make a horde male or female character. I don't usually get like companions on my characters, but I got this cockroach for the heck of it. was like, oh, a cockroach. Okay, never had one of those. Maybe be interesting as a companion. Grab one of those. Now I'm thinking I should get a companion on my unarmed rogue. Probably get a rabbit for him. Because we were kind of talking about this in yesterday's stream. Different companions you could get. I wasn't aware you could get a rabbit. And then I was kind of just like saying how I thought it'd be cool if you get a prairie dog companion. Because I was over in Westfall and I noticed those guys running around. I was like, oh, those would be a cool companion. And I didn't even realize you could. But I was told by someone in chat that you actually could. And there's a vendor in Thunder Bluff. So probably getting the unarmed rogue a rabbit. And the next horde character, a prairie dog. So what do we got here? Black snake, a brown snake, and a crimson snake. Don't think I've ever had a snake pet either. Xantish, the snake vendor.
You come here to
How much are these? 50 silver. I thought the cockroach was 45 silver. Oh, I must be... Am I already honored with Undersea? I suppose you probably do get honored pretty quickly with your actual race reputation. Black king snake, brown snake, crimson snake. Maybe we'll have to get a snake at some point too, but
spirits.
I'm not going to buy one. Just wanted to see what was available. I mean, can you have more than one companion out at a time? Even if you can, I'll probably just stick with one. Not get the, get too cluttered during combat and stuff. Things all, like, there's a little cockroach flying around, a snake, like, slithering around. Undead have the worst time with rep because lore-wise everyone hates them. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Is that actually part of the game? Did they implement that where it actually is, like, you have decreased reputation from, like, completing other races' quests and stuff? Or is that just part of the lore? That'd be kind of interesting. Usually races have, like, you know, certain, you know, whether they get more stats with something or better weapon skills, or that'd be kind of weird if, like, the undead as, like, a race, like, debuff, they have decreased reputation gains. We're having a little trouble finding a tank in a DPS, it seems. I didn't really notice many people around in Orgrimmar. I wonder if Thursday is a slow day for Classic WoW? WoW Classic? Didn't take me too long to get in this group with these guys. These guys already had a group going. I was actually curious if I did start, like, because I want a Kodo pet, or not a Kodo pet, but a Kodo mount. I'm probably not going to get one on this character, but Kodos are probably my favorite mount for the races mounts in the games. But I was just kind of curious if, like, just kind of wondering the other stream, I don't know if that was the last stream or one of the ones before, but if I started out in, like, if I took this undead character as a level 1 over to Mulgore and started doing, like, the Tauren quests all the way from a level 1, and then doing their quests all the way up through 60, if by the time I reach 60 I would be exalted and able to get a Kodo mount. UDs start with lower than normal rep with Trolls, Orcs, Tauren, but they gain rep at the same rate. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I never knew about that. Yeah, that makes sense lore-wise. I didn't know they actually implemented that in the game. Yeah, you definitely learn something new about this game every day. Like I said, yesterday I learned about the prairie dogs. Today we're learning about the undead rep. It's crazy. I mean, the earliest I kind of started playing this game was back when I'm pretty sure I played a little bit of the just vanilla when it was the first game prior to first Burning Crusade. So I don't know if that was maybe 2005, 2006. And then I started playing quite a bit during 2006 up through Burning Crusade. I don't know if I played too much of Wrath. I think I got a max character 70. I think it was a druid. And then I kind of stopped once Cataclysm came out. So, in terms of playtime, I probably don't have a ton compared to, like, you know, many people out there. But in terms of how long I've been playing, that's how far I've gone back to. There's quite a bit of time there where I wasn't playing any WoW, though, so I only recently kind of started getting back into it again. I mean, I wonder if we're going to actually just 4-man this, because I think they said when I joined the group that there was, they were looking for a tank and then maybe another DPS, so we'll see. We might just 4-man it. I mean, it's a low-level dungeon, so it can't be that bad. Which server are you on? I'm on Defias Pillager, which I thought was the more populated server compared to, like, Skull Rock, which is why I'm a little surprised it's taking so long to get a group here. I figured I would get on the game and then tell everyone, hey, I'm a healer, gonna try doing some RFC here, and then immediately just get into, like, a full group. But Thursday must be a slow day, I guess. Yeah, because I was over by, like, the auction house and stuff, and there's barely anybody there. Go take a look again. We got time. Maybe we'll go find the cooking trainer. I think he's right up here. We can do that too. Because I got this, I got the recipe, actually. The recipe for Savory Deviant Delights. That dropped for me over in the Barrens. I think it only drops in the Barrens, but over by the Harpies. I was killing the Harpies for, I think, the Lieutenant Rings. And that ended up dropping. I thought that was actually pretty rare. DP is more populated on Alliance. Skull Rock's more populated on Horde. Oh. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I haven't really ventured too much into Orgrimmar. I know, like, on other times, like when in regular classic WoW, Orgrimmar would be kind of like the main place for Horde between, you know, Thunderbluff and Undercity. So this area is usually quite populated. So that's why when I kind of walked over here and I didn't really see anybody, I was a little surprised. Alright, let's go get cooking while we wait. Or get the cooking skill. We don't really have any ingredients to start working on cooking, but now that I got this recipe, I would like to actually use it. I've been kind of holding off on getting my cooking and fishing. Getting a bit slacking on that a bit. I was doing very well with that on my unarmed rogue, but since he's kind of at a disadvantage with having so much less damage, kind of need all the help and buffs, like with the buff food and everything that he can get. So I don't really have the luxury of being lazy on him, but on this guy I do have the luxury, so I have been kind of lazy. I thought an RFC level druid, but I was wrong. Oh, that's alright. That's alright. I'm assuming we'll find someone soon enough. Would think people are starting to get off work and stuff now. At least for a lot of parts of the United States. Unarmed rogue sounds rough. Yeah, it's a bit more of a challenge than I had anticipated going into it. I knew it was going to be pretty bad, because, I mean, just, you know, not having weapons, your damage is already just drops so significantly. But I wasn't really too experienced with playing rogues and what their kind of abilities are. Oh, looks like these guys are actually leaving. We're gonna have to find another group. But anyway, yeah, hadn't had too much experience playing rogues, so I figured there was a decent amount of their abilities that required a weapon, but I didn't know there'd be so many. Like currently, to give you an idea, I mean, you might actually even know this, but for those that don't, currently I can only use slice and dice and kick, I guess, as like my out of stealth main abilities for dealing damage. Those are the only two. And then in stealth, my only ability that I can use, you know, that as like a stealth breaking ability that does like something is Garrote, which does damage over time. So I can't use Cheap Shot, I can't use Ambush, I can't use Backstab, I can't use Eviscerate, can't use Sinister Strike, can't use Gouge, can't use Kidney Shot, can't use any of that stuff. I can't use Sap. But yeah, I knew like probably Sinister Strike, Eviscerate, Backstab, Ambush, that kind of stuff would require a weapon. But I thought going into it, okay, I can't use that stuff, but I can probably use, you know, possibly Gouge. I suppose that makes sense. You can't use a weapon with that, or you need a weapon for that, but I thought for sure I'd be able to use Kidney Shot. I was almost certain I'd be able to use Kidney Shot. But nope, that requires a weapon. I thought, okay, maybe Cheap Shot. Nope, that requires a weapon. Thought Sap possibly. Nope, requires a weapon. So it's trying to, with all that, part of the struggle was also trying to figure out how I was going to get combo points, because I hadn't anticipated that going into it, because I forgot rogues needed combo points. So I wasn't able to get a combo point to actually use my slice and dice until level 14 when I got Garrote, because Garrote gives you 1 combo point. So prior to that, I didn't even bother getting slice and dice because I couldn't use it. So my actual like main damage ability for quite some time was kick, which is kind of funny because I think for most rogues the damage from kick is an afterthought. But I was using it pretty much every time off cooldown up until the point where I got to a level where my punches surpassed the damage from kick, but that was a bit later on. Alright, let's leave this group, I suppose. These guys are getting off, so let's try and find another one. Let's see. I don't know if it's usually common, like, when you're looking for a group, do you include your level? Or do you just say, like, you're a healer? Or, I've been just saying priest healer. So, I don't know if you say your class, your level, and then what you're doing, looking for a group, or what. Yeah, but the thing with the unarmed rogue also is just like, part of the difficulty is keeping up, like having enough quests. Because I have to do, there's been points where I've kind of ran low on quests. There would be quests at my level, or around my level, that if I was a regular character doing it, I would have been fine. But as an unarmed rogue, I have to do quests that are like a bit below my level. And as well as like fighting mobs that are usually like at most 2 levels below me. Hopefully usually more reasonably, the fights are around 3 levels below me or better. I normally just say roll and dungeon, healer looking for group RFC. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Yeah, I suppose they can always just look if they're curious. Alright, well while we wait for that, let's get cooking. Zamja cooking trainer.
Me got the good stuff, man.
skills, apprentice cook. She can also train journeyman cook, and then we got all these, which I can't use yet. Apprentice cook, 1 silver. There we go. Now we can make herb-baked eggs, roasted boar meat, charred wolf meat, basic campfire, and we have cooking apprentice. And can't get anything else yet.
You be careful, man.
Soon I'll be able to make savory deviate delights. Where'd my cockroach go? Oh, there he is. I don't know. Maybe we'll just have to solo it. That's what I was actually thinking of doing on the unarmed rogue. That's the funny thing is, like, as the unarmed rogue, nobody's going to want me in their group, right? I mean, I do such little damage and have contribute so little. Why would you bring an unarmed rogue to a dungeon? So, if I want to actually do the dungeons, I'm going to have to solo them at some point. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to be very much over-leveled. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that, but I thought it was a fun idea. So, we'll see if that ends up actually happening. I think in order to solo Dead Mines, I think I would need to be... My guess would be 34, because that's when I get blind, and I don't really have any AoE or crowd control capability. It's an unarmed rogue without blind, other than my target dummies, which I'll probably have to make good use of. Wouldn't that be funny, though, if that's my first character 60, is an unarmed rogue who's been soloing dungeons on the way there? That'd be just like the strangest first level 60 in hardcore. He's actually my highest in terms of official hardcore. Because he's 28. That's the highest I've gotten in official. Unofficial on Bloodsail Buccaneers, I had like a low to mid 30s mage, somewhere around there. Can't remember exactly. It was quite some time ago, but that's what's kind of saying. If I have done a dungeon, it was on that. It was probably on that character. I don't know, we might have to just, I don't know if we're going to be able to do this today. Doesn't seem like there's too many people interested. Maybe I'll have to try again at later in the day. Maybe we'll go do some questing and try again in a bit. Might be the play. Let's head to the Barrens, I think. If we don't get anybody responding to my asking for a group by then, we'll just head on over to the Barrens, do some more questing there. What do I have to do there still? Well, quite a bit apparently. Gotta get Shen's empty keg stuff. And yeah, there's all kinds of stuff to do here. Sun scales, scythe claw feathers, snap jaws. Yeah, we got plenty to do there. I think we'll kind of maybe take care of a little questing there. And we'll come back in a little bit, try again. Maybe another, I don't know, half hour or so. Bum 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 bum. Come along, little cockroach companion. We have questing to do. Things to kill, experience to gain. Nobody wants to do RFC at the moment with me. But soon we shall see. Dora's Windrider Master.
Blood and thunder.
Yeah, so let's see. I'm pretty sure it was 2 silver and 20 copper to get here from Ratchet. Yeah, wait, no, it's 2 silver and 20 copper to get back to Ratchet. That doesn't make sense. I could have sworn. Okay, we are going to have to look again on the unarmed rogue. Because on the unarmed rogue, for whatever reason, maybe it's because he's Alliance, I don't know, but flight paths from Ratchet to other places were more expensive than flying from that place to Ratchet. I could have sworn. But this is contradicting that. Anyway, let's see. We don't even need to go to Ratchet. Let's go to Crossroads. Crossroads, Barrens, 1 silver, 10 copper. Alright.
Go.
Now I'm carrying around all this melon juice. Taking up a bag space because I thought I was going to get into RFC. But, unfortunately, that was not the case. Yeah, we'll try again in probably, I don't know, half hour, something like that. See what kind of questing we can get done in the Barrens. Maybe work our way down towards where those turtles are. Need like 8 of those shells. Kill some turtles. Kill some raptors. Kill some plane striders. Soon we'll find out what level this guy's going to catch up to the unarmed rogue. He's making quite good progress getting up there. That's what I was kind of curious about when I started leveling this guy, because I mean it's pretty much inevitable if they both stay alive that the priest will catch the rogue. But my question was whether or what level that would be. My guess was late 20s, early 30s. Starting to look more like early 30s now that the rogue is level 28. Soon to be 29. I think he's around halfway to 29, so most likely early 30s, I'm thinking. I think when I started the character, this one... Wait, did I repair? I suppose I could hold off on that now, but I don't think I repaired while I was in Orgrimmar. I was going to do that. I must have forgotten. Sometimes I'll get into a dungeon and then right after, just immediately once we start like fighting things, my items will start turning yellow. I'm like, oh crap. Should have repaired. But anyway, when I think when I started this character, this undead priest, my rogue was 23 23? Possibly? Maybe? I think. I don't know. Somewhere around there. 23, 24. So I remember thinking it was quite funny that at level 2, when I noticed his rank 1 smites were hitting for more than the unarmed rogue's punches. And he was like level 2 compared to like level 23 or something like that. Silverleaf is green now. But these plane striders are a bit low. These are not the plane striders I'm looking for. I'd like to kill some that give me a bit of experience. Did I use my talent? I did not. That means I can max out the wand specialization. I think after that I'm going to be going into improved power word shield probably. Yeah, probably improve power word shield. We'll see though. Wand specialization increases your damage with wands by 25%. Alright, now we got that done with. Alright, we already killed, what's his name over there? Varag, I think? I think Varag is the one there. Barak is the one over when you're going towards the Harpies. And then Hezrol is the one by Wailing Caverns. He's the one we have to kill next. I don't know if I even picked up that one for him. I'm assuming I did. Oh, we are a priest. Gotta remember to buff. So often I find myself fighting without having my buffs on. Well, I suppose I can kind of rearrange these again now. I need to figure out a way where I want these without having to keep rearranging them when I go to heal a dungeon. Although that's probably not going to be that often anyways, so it's not really a big deal. There, put that back there. This over here. This over here. Put this there. Alright, I think that's how everything was. It's gonna mess with my muscle memory even more. And hopping between two different characters. That's the thing is, when I was playing my rogue, sometimes I'd find myself like trying to use my smite, but of course rogues don't have smite. But where my smite ability is where my evasion ability is. So when I do that, I waste my 5-minute cooldown. So that can be quite annoying, and depending on the what I'm fighting at the time, could be even fairly dangerous. Birchwood Maul of Stamina. Is that a one-handed mace or a two-handed mace? Where did you go? Two-handed mace plus 3 stamina. That's worse than my Cauldron's Terror anyway in terms of stats. Even if I could use two-handed maces. It would be cool if priests could use shields though. I quite like using a shield. I find the blocking sound effect very satisfying. Plus, that would help me with my whole kind of priest tank concept. Well, as close as I can get, I suppose, as a priest tank. I'm not going to really be tanking as a priest, but what I mean by that is, like, my build that I'm kind of working towards is, like, mainly getting all the damage mitigation and abilities that are, or talents that are like that. Like improved inner fire, better bubble, more damage absorption with the bubble, the reduced spell damage in Holy. There's that talent in Holy that when you get a crit with certain heals, then it increases your armor by a certain percentage for a certain amount of time. Stuff like that. Just working towards all of those kinds of talents. So if I could use a shield, that would be even better. That's part of the reason why originally I was going to go tailoring, but part of the reason why I kind of changed that plan and I'm going with alchemy now is because I decided to go with that kind of build. And if I go with alchemy, I can get elixirs like those defense elixirs, which can increase my armor quite substantially. Especially once I get up to the point where I can use the ones made from the stone scale eels. So I remember making those on my troll priest back in the day. Back in regular classic. And those, forget how much armor those gives. They give like a lot. I thought it was like 450 or something if I remember right, but don't quote me on that. I suppose if a priest could use a shield, though, they'd be kind of getting into paladin territory a bit. Well, this drop rate is quite good. Especially compared to that freaking Null Shadowhide pendant drop rate. That was ridiculously bad. I had to kill so many of those things. That was, what, 2 streams ago? Or, no, that was 3 streams ago, I think, right? Yeah, because that wasn't... Last time, yesterday, I played the Unarmed Rogue. It wasn't that one, so... Then there was the Undead Priest, and then, yeah, so it must have been 3 streams ago. But I did get some nice shoulder pads out of grinding all those gnolls for that quest, so that was worth it. Well, there's a school of deviant fish. We'll have to start fishing those up soon enough. For, savory deviant delights. What is this? Silverleaf? We want to get that. I'm curious if I can start getting Briarthorn. I can get Mage Royal now. And that, last I checked, was the highest one I could get. Alright, we just need one more of these altered snapjaw shells. Sneaky turtle. So with that build in mind, the only talents I've put into Shadow at the moment are 5 points in the Spirit Tap, and that's why I went first. Those first 5 points, all in the Spirit Tap. So it's just such a nice quality of life talent to have, just pretty much for any build. Help with the getting the mana regeneration, not have to drink as much. So I figured it's best to get that as early as possible. And then if I have been debating, though, if I do put a couple more points into Shadow, or maybe... I'm trying to remember what the talent was. I think it was maybe 2 points, possibly 3, for improved Shadowward Pain. That'd be the only other shadow talent I ended up getting, most likely. Oh man, I hate these freaking pack runners. When I was grinding here to summon Varag, these guys ran into me so often, it was just so annoying. I'd just be trying to kill something, figure I'm like, and not notice anything else around. And those guys would run into me. Then I would go to kill something else, and then same thing would happen. Mage Royal, Herbalism Orange. Yeah, somebody's looking for a group for WC. And it's a tank and a healer they need. It's usually the case, I think, for... Okay, so we're at 61 for Herbalism, so maybe we get Briarthorn at 60. I'll have to take a look next time I see a Briarthorn if I can get it now, but... Yeah, I think it's usually the case. A lot of those times when you see people looking for the last couple of players they need for a dungeon, it's heals and tanks. Alright, so we got all the turtle shells. Let's go kill these raptors. I think I'm a little low for WC, though. Little low for WC, though. And I haven't got any of the quests yet, so I don't have to bother running around and picking those up. I got all the Ragefire Chasm quests. I got all those yesterday. With the anticipation of kind of doing as one of the first things I did today's stream. Alright, did I get the Sunscale Feather? Is that what I need? Yeah. Oh, I need Raptor Horns and Feathers. Okay, well. That's convenient. Blue Raptor Nest. Or Sunscale Feather. Do I need a particular feather? No, it just says Sunscale Feather, so I think it works on all of the nest. Yeah. I was wondering if I needed a blue feather for the blue nest and a red feather for the red nest, but doesn't look like that is the case. Oh, here we go. These guys are much more level appropriate than those earlier plane striders I was seeing. Somebody must have just killed all the raptors. I thought there was a lot more around these nests. People are killing the quest mobs I need, but nobody's looking for the dungeon groups I need. Ooh, need another inner fire. Yeah, one of the reasons I'm going Discipline and Holy, I know that's not really the conventional way of leveling a priest. I think typically most priests, when they're leveling, go Shadow. But why I'm going Holy and Discipline is because when I was leveling my other priest, who was my main for quite some time, back in regular Classic, let's get some mana. I was Holy, or I was Shadow, so figured just to kind of try something different, see what it's like leveling with Discipline and Holy, I would go that way this time around with this guy. As well as Undead. It's one of the reasons I went Undead as well, is because that other priest that I had was a Troll Priest. Troll Shadow Priest. And I leveled him as a duo level with my brother, who was playing a Warlock. So that was a very fun duo. Warlock and Shadow Priest. The synergy is just ridiculously good. Because you get Shadow talents, or you get talents in Shadow that give you like, I think it increases like Shadow damage, and you got like when Shadow damage heals, and just all kinds of stuff that works well together with a Warlock. Plus the Warlock has Fear, and then I have Psychic Scream, so we can just fear and psychic screen things. And Shadow Word Pain with Warlock's dots. Just pull a bunch of crap and then dot it and fear it and barely taking any damage. And the damage you do take is getting healed by like the shadow damage. Very fun duo. If anybody hasn't tried it. Alright, did that one drop a feather? I didn't even notice. I don't know, I don't think it did. I think we'll kind of do this quest and then maybe see what kind of how many Sunstrider or Planestrider things we can get. Then we'll head back to Orgrimmar and see if we can get into a group this time for a Ragefire Chasm.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Maybe more people have gotten off work and got on the game by now. So what time is it? Around 7? 7 here, but I suppose, well, there's a feather. I suppose if you're on, like, the west coast, then it's around 5, right? So, people there are just starting to get off work, I think. If you're working a typical 9 to 5. Which I would think a decent amount of the player base is. Alright, so the red one, the blue one we already did, and we'll see what the other one is in a moment. Red Raptor Nest, acquire Sunscale Feather. What's the other one? A gold? A golden egg? Yellow Raptor Nest. Oh, close enough. Then we'll have to take a look at where the Prairie Dog vendor is when we head to Thunderbluff after Ragefire Chasm. See where that, see where they are. I was told the Prairie Dog vendor was in Thunderbluff, but not where, which is fine. Gives it a little bit of a nice exploration element to it. Like having a bit of a hint of where things are, but not exactly. I mean, I don't really care. If I was told exactly, that would be fine as well, but... Yellow Raptor Nest. Requires a Sunscale Feather. Wait, did we get one from that? I don't think we got one from that. I don't see any feather-looking things in the inventory. I do see a dagger, which I could use eventually. +2 stamina. I don't have an offhand to go with it, though. Maybe we'll kind of hold on to it in case something does drop that gives me spirit. Yeah, I don't see a feather. Bum 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 bum. Keep killing these Plainstriders. No kidneys have dropped. Wow. This must be one of those situations where the kidneys have been damaged during the battle. These smites were too mighty. Too mighty of a hammering of smite. There's a light feather. Not quite the feather I'm looking for. Oh yeah, I need to keep in mind as well. Need to get used to keeping in mind noticing fairly decent TikTok moments or potential TikTok moments during the stream. My friend and moderator Matt is handling my TikTok, so I'm letting him know where in the stream certain possible good moments are, and he can put them on TikTok. Well, these ones drop feathers, so it's not necessarily just the ones around the nest. Yesterday we had a couple good moments. I've never used TikTok, so I don't really know what makes good TikTok content, but I thought they had potential. Possibly, so we'll see what he thinks if he ends up using those. What do we got over here? Briarthorn, hopefully? No, Silverleaf. I want to see if it's Briarthorn before I get to 65, because then I'll know it was at 60 that I could have got it. 'Cause I'm pretty sure I checked at 55. I'm assuming it would be in a factor of 5 that it would be available. I doubt Blizzard's going to make it like, oh, you get it at, like, I don't know, 34 or something, you know. How's the inner fire looking? We got 4 left. That's the nice thing about having the improved bubble. It preserves my inner fire charges longer. Did I already have a... I think I just used this Shadow Word Pain needlessly. Yeah, the talents all kind of work together with this build. You got the improved inner fire, which gives you more armor, which then makes, I'm assuming, the bubble take less damage. So that stays up longer. And then I'm getting the, you know, the talent that increases the effectiveness of the bubble, so it absorbs even more damage. So then my inner fires stay up even longer. Lots of synergy between these talents. Alright, what we got over here? Mage Royal. Where the heck is the Briarthorn? The other day in the Barrens, that was pretty much everything I was finding was Briarthorn everywhere. I couldn't pick it at the time. Like, where is all the Silverleaf and Peace Plume? That's the problem with kind of starting herbalism a bit late. I don't think I got it till after level 10. Because like I said, I was planning on going with tailoring, but changed my plans a bit later on. So I was almost, you know, pretty much at the point where I was going into Silver Pine, where I kind of started with the herbalism. Which meant I missed out on a lot of skill. And I was encountering, you know, Mage Royal and Briarthorn. There we go, there's that kidney.
I can't cast that yet.
Alright, drop the feather. And there it is. Ask and you shall receive, as the saying goes, I think. I don't know where that's even from. If it's from anything, or if it's just such a common saying that people just kind of know it. Alright, let's go see that yellow egg. That is the last of them, I believe. I think there's 3. you out of the way. We do actually need to kill these still, though, for the raptor horns, I suppose. Oh, and drop a feather as well. Well, that's going to be unnecessary. Oh, I thought the egg was yellow. No, it's like a pinkish purplish. Yellow. Raptor nest. Requires sunskill feather. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I think that's all of them. Now, let's head on back to Orgrimmar. I think it's been around a half hour or so, right? I don't know if anybody's been keeping track when I said, but I kind of looked at the clock, but I forgot when I looked. So, that was kind of useless, but let's head on back to Orgrimmar, see if we can get a group now. Now we got a couple of these quests done. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum. I see the billowing smoke of the crossroads off in the distance. A welcoming sight for a weary horde adventurer in the wilds of the Barrens. I'm hoping I get a affiliate by the time I reach the Swamp of Sorrows. I think that's what, late, is that early 40s, late 30s? I think. But the reason I hope I get affiliate is because one of the emotes I have in mind is, well, I was thinking for some of my emotes I wanted to like have them inspired by like the Swamp Thing. Because I was kind of thinking it'd be kind of cool play on words, you know, swap thing instead of swamp thing. But my friend was thinking, he came up with an idea for instead of swap thing, it'd be swamper. So it'd be like swapper, but swamper. So I think that's a better idea. It's a bit further from swamp thing. And with the emotes, we'd have to do it in a way that, you know, it's inspired by Swamp Thing, but not obviously too close to the point where we can get in trouble. 'Cause obviously, we do not want to get in trouble with copyright with DC Comics. I think it is. I think they're the ones that have the Swamp Thing. I've never actually read the Swamp Thing comics. I don't think I've actually read any comics, but I think the character's cool. So, and it fits with my name. So, but we're trying to figure out different kind of emotes and stuff that we can do. And I think if we do end up going with the Swamper idea, what I want to do with that idea is kind of have him as like the as like a Swamper, as his own kind of like the channel, the Swapper brand mascot. I think that'd be fun. So then if we have the Swamper emotes and stuff by the time we get to Swamp of Sorrows, that'd be quite fitting. But anyway, getting off topic here. Where were we doing? We were going to go to Orgrimmar, but let's turn these quests in first. That way we get this stuff a little more neat, organized a bit. Surgra Darkthorn.
What do you need?
The angry scythe claws. So you've been to the nests and placed the feathers of your prey within them. That took a fair portion of courage, no doubt about it. Do you feel a little tougher, Tube Swapper? Because you look tougher now than when you first came here. I guess the Barrens is doing its job. Rewards 9 silver. Follow-up?
Farewell.
We do. Jorn Skyseer. Your time with me is over, Tube Swapper. To learn more, you must go to Camp Taraho to the south and speak with Jorn Skyseer. He will continue your guidance. Quest objective, speak with Jorn Skyseer at Camp Taraho. What level is this? 18? That's doable.
Strength.
Alright, no other quests from her. Makes sense. We already got the flight path to Camp Tarago, because we got that when we were on the way to Thunderbluff
Peace.
to turn in the, what the heck is that? Whatever that quest is from the apothecary guy. Tonga Rune Totem.
I've
Altered
been
beings.
expecting you. We shall meet
Altered
again.
beings. Altered beings. How goes your collection? Did you get the shells? Acquired items. 8 altered snapjaw shells.
Go in peace.
Thank you, Tube Swapper. Studying the beast of an area can tell much about the area itself. We shall see what tale these shells tell. Please accept my gratitude for your aid, and perhaps you can use these coins. I find that I do not need them. Rewards 8 silver.
May the eternal sun
Alright,
shine.
we got a couple more
upon
quests here. What level are these ones? 15 and 16. Wow, those are below. Were these already here? I just didn't